Hey, so yesterday, I recorded this 5-6 minute vlog about how I wasn't gonna do Hitman, and I was gonna play Bioshock instead of Hitman. Not Bioshock Infinite, but the regular original Bioshock, since the Bioshock Infinite comes with regular Bioshock. And I was like, wouldn't it be great to do all three games and just go through that and have fun? And because I never really experienced the whole trilogy, but I don't care about it enough that I can't just go through it on my own first. So I was like, okay, so yeah, I'll go through those. And I played in about an hour and a half of Bioshock, going through the whole first levels and dying and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. And we had me and Pat, we were going through it, and honestly, like, I hit the wrong button when I went to go save it, and I deleted all of the commentary. So that's not going to happen. I'm just going to keep going on with Hitman. I know you haven't seen a new video in like 4 days. It's just hard to manage time. So you'll probably, guys, see me upload like probably 3, maybe 4 times a week because of our bandwidth. We live out in the country here. I don't know what kind of accent that was. It was offensive, like, on every level, though. Anyway, so we live out in the country and we don't get a lot of great signal. So I kind of gotta limit my uploading and be fair with the bandwidth. So anyway, all that aside, Hitman will be going up. I got another video to upload that'll go up today along with this vlog. But I want to talk about Bioshock Infinite because I bought into the hype of this game, and so far I'm not too far into it. I'm probably about a good hour or two into the main story, and honestly, I don't really understand the hype. I was watching Adam Sessler's review of the game, and he made it seem like it was the thing of this year. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I overlooked something, and maybe I was wrong, because I was just going to avoid the game in and of itself. I was going to wait for Dead Island and The Last of Us to come out before I really bought another brand new $60 game. So I was like, okay, well, alright, let's see what's here. Well, maybe there's something to this game that I'm missing. And though it does have a lot of like really interesting elements that pushes what you can talk about in a game, and even though it does push those things, the gameplay itself is not great. It's like a first-person shooter from 5-6 years ago. It implemented a few of the things where it feels more familiar to people who play a game like Call of Duty or people who play a game like Battlefield. It feels more fluid and natural, but still not that fluid or that natural that it makes the game feel right. Like, for instance, you still have to click in the right analog stick to zoom down to look out the iron sights, and that to me is just baffling. Like that was the main set on the control, and then when you change it over, it still has kind of like a delay. So instead of it going fluidly natural, it like jumps up when you go to shoot at someone, and it doesn't feel right. And then the vigors are interesting, but I don't think they're like really necessary. I mean, it makes things fun, but I feel like this game wasn't really designed like to be a challenge. It was more designed to designed to push things that you can't really talk about, whether it be racism, the role of women and children in society, things like that. Like, yeah, it does push those issues, and that's really interesting. That's what's keeping me playing the game. But the actual gameplay is flawed, and I don't understand how it got the reviews that it got. Because, like, I don't know, like, you think of Borderlands, you think of Call of Duty, you think of games that feel right when you're playing them. Bioshock doesn't. And maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just, you know, my grasp on the game. But it doesn't feel like... It's just not as much fun as everyone made out to be. I mean, I know that's, you know, not... That's my opinion. But for all the things it does right, like, the gameplay is the only thing I have an issue with. Like, that's the problem for me, but that's kind of a big problem. Outside of that, the environments look, you know, pretty good. The actual plot is interesting to me. Like, it's very... engaging, if you will. Like it keeps you interested, and like I said, those details are really interesting. Elizabeth's AI is actually quite good. Everything flows in that aspect, but the actual physical gunplay, I think, is probably the better term. The gunplay of the game is what's incredibly flawed, and I don't see how so many reviewers and so many critics just kind of let that slip by, like it's not an issue or it's a non-issue. Like I said, if you get the shotgun, congratulations, you're just going to blow people away, but you're not really going to get that much going on with it. But anyway, that's what I want to talk to you guys about. I hope you guys are enjoying the Hitman playthrough. I'm going to continue on with that since the Bioshock thing clearly didn't work out. And these are still early opinions of the game. I'm going to go back and reassess. I'm going to finish the game, and I'll have my full thoughts on the game uploaded as soon as possible, really. Because I do want to talk about it more. It's more interesting. Maybe it's just the beginning of the game, slow, but that's just my opinion. Maybe it's just that, and my opinion will completely change as the time goes on. But I just feel like at this point of the game, it should be better. But anyway, I will see you guys later.